Hello, good morning everybody. I am Connie from Faff Designs and I'm a brand ambassador for Dixie Belle Paint. Excuse the rubbish behind me. So, as you can see, I am not in my studio. I'm not in my workshop today. Feels a little bit weird coming to you live from here, but I'm actually in my house. I am in my bedroom. So you can see behind me, we're not doing the furniture, we're doing this little vintage fireplace here. There we go. And I'm going to be painting that in silk today to show you that you don't have to paint furniture. You can paint silk with a lot of things. I've actually painted silk on my skirting board in my house. So I don't know, I think that's what you call it. It's down, well, we'd call it that in here. This skirting board that runs at the bottom by the floor. I've painted that in a different room and it works amazing. So I thought I'd show you. This is actually previously been painted. Before I knew anything about paint, really, wasn't sure what I was doing. And I did strip it back because I thought it might be a nice original feature in my house. But it's made of a really weird material. So a lot of fireplaces that look like this in the UK are quite like a nice cast iron material. Really lovely. And this had loads and loads of paint all glooped on it when we bought the house. So yeah, I stripped it back on thinking that I'd reveal a really nice vintage fireplace underneath, but not the case. It's a really weird, sort of like a resin. I honestly don't know what it's made out of. Anyway, so I painted this before I knew anything about paint, really, many years ago. And but did it white. Had a little bit of a play here to try and make a feature out of this with a bit of gold and a bit of blue. But yeah, not really loving the vibe. Also, we are now redecorating. So everywhere was painted kind of very neutral when we moved in, just to give us a fresh, clean look. But times have moved, times have changed on. My taste has changed massively as well. So I thought I'd show you today how easy it's going to be to paint this. So the prep that I've done to this fireplace is very similar to the prep that I would do for a piece of furniture. There's no real difference. So you need to make sure that it's completely clean and dust free. So I did do that. There was a lot of dust. I'm not great at cleaning. So there was a lot of dust. So I completely did that, cleaned it all off. Then I cleaned it with white lightning. So a solution of white lightning, put that in some warm water and gave the whole thing a clean, because obviously this is my bedroom. And, you know, I've got 2 kids that got grubby fingers all over the place. Also things like cosmetic products. You know, if I'd have touched this after I've put some moisturiser on, or hairspray, obviously that goes into the air and settles on things. So anything that you're doing in your home, although it's your home and you might think it's clean, what can happen is obviously a build-up of, you know, cleaning products or grime or grease, depending on the room that it's in. So the same thing applies when you're painting furniture as if you're doing something in your home. Give it a good clean. So this was cleaned with white lightning. I don't even know what I painted this with, but I gave it a scuff sand anyway. I used these R.A.D pads, which are available from Dixie Belle's website. So I used that, gave it a quick scuff sand. I'm not doing it on camera because you don't want to see me sand. So I did that on camera, off camera, sorry. And then I also, I don't know if you can see here, so either side of the actual, and sorry if you can hear background noise, it's really windy today. We're really high up on hill here in where I live, in this little village. With that high, there's actually a castle just there, which is pretty cool. But that gives you an indication of how high up we are, because castles are normally built on quite high ground, so they can obviously see people coming. I don't know why I'm going into history now, that's weird. So these vintage tiles I've taped off with masking tape, because I'm going to keep that as a feature. I don't want to paint over them. They're quite nice. They're a bit old, a bit worn. They've got some nice patina on them. So, yeah, I thought I'd just keep those and mask that area off. I'm not going to keep it white. I'm going, excuse the plate that's stuck to this. I had a drip. So I'm going to go anchor in the silk line, which is true black. Now, this is going to take probably 2 to 3 coats, I would imagine. And the reason for that is because I'm going over something that's white and I'm going to black. So it's a similar process. If you're going from very dark to very light, you're going to need more coats to cover it. Plus, I think this was some kind of, I don't even know what paint this was. I can't remember. Like I say, it was before I really knew what I was doing about paint. So it could be anything. So I don't know what it's going to cover over the top of. But as long as you give silk a key, then you're fine. So I'm going to just go higher. So I'm just going to chop my head off. But I'm just going to show you the top first. So, like I say, I've given this a scuff sand. Silk is best applied with a dry synthetic brush. So I've got my Dixie Belle Mini here. And you don't want to overwork the paint. I can only just reach, oh, you see that cobweb? I didn't clean it that well, did I? Cobweb. Can you hear the wind? Can you hear the wind coming down the chimney? It's crazy. So silk dries really, really tough. It has a built-in top coat, so I don't need to top coat this. This isn't a piece of furniture that's going to get a lot of use. It's just a decorative thing that's in my home. Like I say, it doesn't get, you know, high traffic on it or anything like that. If you've got a piece of furniture that, oh, there we go, straight on the carpet. If you've got a piece of furniture that you are going to get high usage from, so like a tabletop or something, you can add an additional top coat to that if you would like to. But you don't have to with silk. It has the built-in top coat. It's got a very low sort of sheen to it, so a really beautiful, like almost like an eggshell finish. Just making sure you can see my fireplace. There we go. So like an eggshell finish. So again, if you wanted to adjust the sheen level of that, you can use an additional top coat. So any of the Dixie Belle top coats work absolutely perfectly with silk. So if you wanted, say for example, a matte finish on your furniture, you could use the flat top coat, the flat clear coat, or gloss. If you wanted to adjust that sheen level, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to add another top coat to this. Excuse the walls. Can you see how bad the walls are? So we're redecorating in my favourite colour, which is green. It's going really, really dark green all the way around. I've had to strip wallpaper off here. The walls are in really bad shape because it's quite an old property. So we're going rustic. We're going with it. So I'm just going to paint straight over this existing paint that I did years and years ago. Like I say, I can't even remember what brand, I can't even remember what it was, whether it was a chalk paint or probably, knowing how little knowledge I had at the time, it could have even been some kind of wall paint from like a DIY store or something. So I'm going to paint straight over the top of it. It's definitely going to need 2 coats, not sure about a third. But the great thing about silk, like I say, is this won't need an additional top coat. It can just dry and hopefully look awesome. I don't think I'm going to do anything with that centerpiece. I think I'm just going to keep it plain black. Let me know if you're watching, say hi. Don't leave me hanging on my own. had to pick a day when the weather was terrible and the wind is just whistling down this chimney. So the technique to silk is just long, smooth strokes. I say that, I have got to work this paint into all these crevices here, and the surface is quite uneven. So I am having to sort of jab a little bit, but then when you lay off, just go back and smooth over. The paint is self-leveling. So it does, you know, to a certain degree it does do its thing, but if you can just lay it off, that definitely helps the brush stroke free look. Can you still see what's going on? Lower you down a touch. There we go. So it's 11, just gone 11 AM here in the UK, and like I say, I'm midway through decorating my bedroom. I have to do bits here and there. I can't do it all in one hit because of obviously work commitments and stuff. So yeah, we'll get there eventually, but I thought this would be a really good live to show you today on the other uses that you can use silk for. You don't have to use it on furniture. I'm not seeing any comments. If there are any, I'll come back to them later on, because sometimes Facebook can play up and be a little bit weird with comments. So I can't see any at the moment. If you have any queries about silk, let me know. Drop me a message. Follow my page. Come and have a look what I'm doing over there. I do actually have a giveaway on my Facebook page. So my business page should be tagged above my head, which is called Faff Designs. And you can pop over to my Facebook page and enter a giveaway for some silk. So you can choose the colour that you like. I think there's 20 colours off the top of my head. There's 20 colours to choose from. You can choose whichever colour you like, and the winner will be picked and we'll ship your paint out to you. So this silk all-in-one mineral paint is now available on the Dixie Belle website. It was released start of March on the website, and up until then it's only been with elite retailers in the USA. I've had silk in the UK for at least 6 months, I think now. So we got it at the sort of in summer last year. So I've been able to play with it quite a bit. So yeah, it's an absolutely fabulous paint. You can do so many different things with it. I was not sure what I was going to do today, whether I was going to be able to do a live from my bedroom, just because of space and all the rest of it. So I did have a backup plan, and I've got a canvas bag that I got off eBay, just one of those sort of quite plain, I don't even know what you call them, canvas I think. And I was going to actually do silk on top of that, because you can paint fabric as well. You can also paint outdoor furniture. So I have painted as soon as we got paint, I painted my garden gate with it, and it's weathered really, really well. So we've had rain and wind and snow and all the things, as you do in a typical British summertime. And the paint has held up brilliantly on that gate. It still looks awesome. And I only did one coat on my garden gate. It covered really, really well. So you can do outdoor projects with silk as well. It's got an anti-mildew ingredient. It's UV stable as well. So it's perfect for outside projects. So if you have something that's just, you know, solid and fine, but it's just a bit dated or whatever, you can follow the same process. So clean with white lightning, give it a scuff sand, and you can paint with silk, and it weathers really, really well. So I think in the summer I'm going to have loads and loads of outdoor projects that I'll be doing with silk. Hi, hello, anyone that's just jumped on. Hello, if you've only just joined me, I'm painting a vintage fireplace in my bedroom. So, a little bit different today. I'm going Anchor, which is from the Silk All-in-One mineral paint, and it's a true black. So I'm going to literally go from white to black on this piece. I painted this, I don't even know how many years ago, quite a long time ago, before I knew what I was doing with paint. And painted it white because, well, I thought that would look cool, but in reality, white was not a good idea with, you know, feral kids and all the rest of it. So we're going black. And I also think black will probably suit the decor better. So we're stripping all the wallpaper off this wall. I'm still kind of doing it. And it's just having a real sort of deep green colour. So I think black will fit better with that. And I've taped these tiles off here, which are blue. Going to keep those as like an original feature. They're vintage original tiles, so they've got some nice wear and tear on them because we are in quite an old property. So I'm just going to keep it like that, I think. Keep the blue tiles as a bit of an original feature, and just, yeah, go black with the rest of it. Sorry if you can't see very well. As I've already described to you, I'm in my bedroom. It's so weird doing a live in here. Really, really weird. So I've got a tiny, tiny little bit of trim left to do down this side. And that's one coat done. So the drying time for silk depends really on your humidity and your temperature and all the rest of it, but it's normally a couple of hours before you can recoat it. So if it's colder or damper, then that's going to take longer to completely dry. Silk dries from the top down, so it forms a skin and then dries underneath. So even if it's touch dry, it won't be fully dry, so make sure you do leave the right amount of time before you recoat, because you will disturb what's underneath that skin that's formed. So recoat time, a couple of hours, and it's completely dry and completely cured in 30 days. So that is basically the hardening of the paint, and basically all the water and moisture in the paint is basically taken out. That's when it all sort of comes out, dries, and that's makes it super, super hard. And obviously it's got the built-in top coat for durability. So as long as you do the proper prep, which is the clean and the scuff sand, you are good to go with silk. And that's going to take, I reckon that's going to take 2 coats. Sorry if you can hear the storm coming down the chimney. That's going to take 2 coats to completely cover, and I'll make sure I show you a picture when it's completely done. So that's all from me today. I just thought I'd show you how versatile silk is and how you can use it in different DIY projects that you're doing around your home. You don't have to do it on furniture. You could do it, like I say, I've done it on the skirting board in a different room, and the stain blocking properties in it have worked perfectly over raw pine. It was quite a new knotty pine skirting board, and it's blocked the stains beautifully. So you can use it around your home in lots and lots of different ways. So I will finish the areas that I haven't quite got to, and I will make sure I share a picture on my page. But do pop over, follow my page, and enter the giveaway for silk, and I will catch up with you all soon. Bye.